This is the Dogwood Chronicles. I get these weird, not weird, I get these things, cinema something, and it shows actors, and I guess only actors and actresses when they're younger, so you can't really recognize them. You have to try to guess, and then it gives you a hint. This person debuted in the 1969 film, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Toby, no. Today's was a young woman, and I'm going, wow, she's really a pretty lady. Not young lady, whatever. Anyway, it was Anjelica Huston. Isn't she the daughter of... No. Isabella Rossellini's daughter is... Or she's the daughter of Ingrid Bergman. Okay, anyway, Anjelica Huston was... I only know her from older... hey, Toby, no. From her older films when she was, you know, a little more mature woman. But this was a picture. I didn't know her when she was a young actress. Very pretty woman. Anyway, today is a hot day. Again, it's still cold in the house. I think we need to work on our... I don't know if we adjusted the AC and made it so that it wasn't quite as cold, if that would be a good thing or a bad thing. But I do know for a second when you come... Hey, Toby, no. Toby. Hey, Toby. Oh, he's looking at some dirt. We shouldn't be here. There could be a nest. Oh, that's not dirt. That's just some tree trunk. It looks like... Hey, Toby, no. Hey, Toby. Hey, get over here. Toby. That looks like dirt, a mound of dirt, but it's actually just a rotted tree branch. Anyway, come on, Toby, get over here. Yeah, it feels nice going outside for the first few minutes, but after a couple of more minutes, it's hot. Today's first reading is from Hosea, chapter 2, verses 6 or 16 to around 22, or 16 to 22-ish. And God is saying how he will basically bring the people of Israel back to him, and he makes the comparison of a bridegroom or the husband to the bride. And he says, I will bring them back. They will show their fidelity to me, or I will show my fidelity to them, whatever. I will bring them back like a husband. And these branches all fell. And they'll come back to me, not like they went to Baal, which is the false god. And it's really beautiful, poetic language. It reminds you... Okay, let's see. Any frogs today? It reminds you of the Song of Psalms? Book of Psalms? Song of Psalms. Song of Psalms. Which is also very kind of like love sonnets or something. And then in the gospel we have Matthew chapter 9 verses 8 to 16, I think. And it's the story of the synagogue official who, while Jesus is talking, comes to Jesus, kneels down and says, my daughter's died. If you'll just come and touch her with your hands, she'll live. And Jesus goes with his disciples to the man's house. On the way, a woman who's been suffering from hemorrhages for 12 years comes up and says, if I can just touch his cloak, his tassel. And she does, and she's healed of her bleeding. And Jesus says something. I think he says, daughter, your faith has healed you, or your sins are forgiven. Well, I think your faith has healed you. And no one takes notice of that. Then he goes to the, because I think this is recounted in Mark as well, but a little different. Isn't that the one where he's touched by a woman in a crowd? Anyway, Jesus goes to the house. There's flute players. People are, I think, wailing or crying. He says, "What's the problem? She's not dead. She's only asleep." They ridicule him. He goes in. He touches her hand. She gets up. And everyone was amazed. Well, the thing that stood out for me today was that why does Jesus always say she's only asleep, or he's only asleep? When he brings people back to life, wouldn't it be more impressive if he brought them back from death? I mean, we know that's what happened. That's what is portrayed as happening. But why does Jesus say that these people are only asleep? If he's gonna do so, maybe he leaves it. Come on, Toddy. The raspberries have almost done their thing. Man, that was fast. I think because of the heat we've had, that made the raspberries come and go quicker than they would have. Seemed to me they should have been red longer. Anyway, why is it that he doesn't want them to pick him up and make him king? Is it the ambiguity that some people are going, "Oh, she wasn't dead, she was only asleep." He even said it. He doesn't want it to be so obvious. Jesus, why does he often say the person's only sleeping? I wonder. So today maybe Jesus left it ambiguous in his time, slightly, but he was pretty, he was pretty unambiguous that he is the Son of God, and without explicitly necessarily saying, "I am the Son of God, all bow down before me." So let's not be ambiguous ourselves. Jesus, Son of God, God himself, walked on earth, and we weren't there to witness it, just like Thomas wasn't there the first time, but we are blessed who believe without having seen, without having been there. And let's not be ambiguous. Let's be sure Jesus is the Son of God. He walked the earth and died and rose again, and that changes everything.